Hi, besties! Welcome back to a new episode. We're your hosts, Liz and Angie.
In the other previous episodes, we've talked about, little chismecitos here and there and laughed and stuff like that. But today's episode, we're going to get a little bit more sentimental and deeper. We're going to talk about apologies that we've never got, but at this time, we still need it. And we're also going to talk about generational trauma and how we're still healing from it. We're going to get into it. And then later and within the video, we're also going to read a little bit more responses of some people that have game like told us stuff like how they feel and things like that. So let's get into it. This is Besties En Voz Alta.
Let's get loud. Okay, so apologies we never got, but definitely needed. Do you want to start? Or I start?
Do you have a story
Yeah.
of like, do you have an apology in your life that,
Yeah.
which one's that one? Y no te me pongas a llorar.
I think it would definitely be my dad. He was like an absent father.
Mm-hmm.
So I like growing up, I didn't have like a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
And up until like a few months ago, like recently in May, well, not
Mhm.
that recently, but I still had like a grudge towards him, and I never understood like why he chose his addiction over his family.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think a lot of people go through that.
yeah. And throughout my pregnancies, I would cry. Like there was times where I would cry, and Alex me decía, "Pero por qué lloras?" Like dime, like he'd get worried, like what's wrong? And I'm like,
Mhm.
nothing. I didn't want to tell him like I miss my dad. You know, so I always had that grudge against him. Like, why did you choose your addiction and not your family? So I definitely think like I wish he would have made different choices.
Mhm.
But he didn't, and that's
And
just the way it
like
is.
you're waiting for an apology and stuff like that? Like,
Not
or what is
waiting.
it?
I think
You
I
just
just
want an explanation of what happened, basically.
not even an explanation, because I know like an addict is an addict. Like you can't help someone unless they want to be helped. Not even like I just want to know like why was it really
Mhm.
like worth it? You know, like now I think about
Mhm.
it, like he doesn't get to meet my kids. Like he
Mhm.
doesn't get to know what Aiden likes. He doesn't get to know what Angel likes. He doesn't get to know what Lexi likes.
Mhm.
What if I have more kids in the future? My
Yeah.
brother, like I never had a dad to buy me school supplies, to buy me school clothes, shoes, anything. Like that was my brother. My
Yeah.
brother was doing all those things. And even when we were in Mexico, my dad was here in the US, there's times where we didn't even have money to eat. So my brother would go out and like do a little job or whatever.
Mhm.
And then he'd go to like a la esquina comprar un plato like de enchiladas or flautas. And he'd bring it back to my mom and be like, tenga ma pa que coma.
Yeah.
And my mom
So
would tell
basically
me
he had to
that.
step up to be the father
Yeah,
figure.
at a young age.
And I guess for him, I also for your brother, I feel like maybe it was a lot for him too.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to do whatever he had to do
Yeah,
to be like the man of the house and stuff like that.
at a really young age. And I think that's why now he's
Mhm.
like, I don't want to have any kids until I know like I'm
He's
mentally
very,
and
yeah.
financially stable. And like he's already a grown man, like ya es
Mhm.
viejo. So I call my brother Don Manuel, and he'd be like, yo no soy tan viejo, no soy tan viejo. But yeah, I really wish my dad would have made different choices.
Uh-huh.
And he passed away in Mexico, so I didn't even like get to
Mhm.
talk to him. The last time I saw him was when I was 15. So I never got that closure of him like
Mhm.
telling me I'm sorry. And he didn't even have to say sorry. He just made different choices at the time.
I think for me, it's more my mom where actually for both of my parents to be honest, it was more like they weren't really there for all of us. And then for me and with my mom more, it was like at the age of 15 whenever she decided to like go live with her boyfriend, más me
Yeah.
dejó ahí con mi hermano. And then I was, you know, I couldn't do the stuff that I used to do in the past where I couldn't play sports. I couldn't, participate in after school activities. I couldn't really put myself more into other stuff because I didn't have like, the rides, or I didn't have like the support or anything like that, or the money, because it was my brother taking care of me. So for me, it's like I do expect an apology from her, because it's like I try to make like a guess of why she stopped, because remember her mom passed away when she was 15. So I feel like, okay, I'm 15 at the time. So maybe she's like, okay, yo
Mhm.
no tenía madre at 15. I think
Like,
you should be
arréglate
good.
como
Yeah.
puedas.
But it was like I needed her at that time. After everything that I went through and everything, like I needed her.
Yeah.
But it was that typical Mexicans that, because I feel like it has to do a lot with like Hispanic Mexican race, where it's like, ah, we don't believe in sentimientos. We don't believe in depression. We
That's
don't
why
believe in this and
I was
this.
gonna tell you, like, maybe it's the way she was raised, but it's like I
Yeah.
said, like, my grandma loves everybody, like, all her
Mhm.
sons, her nietos, like, everybody. Like, my grandma I love my grandma. And, so maybe I could tell you, "Oh, maybe it's the way she was raised," but what if she was
Mhm.
actually raised with love by her dad, you know?
Mhm.
And maybe she just turned out to be the mom she is because of
Yeah,
that it
because
was
I
already, like,
basically like had to grow up quicker. Like I had to like, learn how to
mature
defend on myself.
faster.
Yeah, like mature faster. I wasn't able to go out with my friends. I see my stepdaughter now, how she's having fun with her friends. She's going out on like little trips here and there. Like she's
Yeah.
doing all this type of stuff. And it's like I didn't get to do that. I didn't get to go to parties with my friends. I think the only parties I went to is like if you were going out with
Yeah.
like if you were going to like the quinceañeras and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and I'll go with your mom and you. And I think that was the only time like I will ever go out. But like I was always like stuck at home, not being able to like enjoy life as an actual kid did. And now that I'm older, everybody like makes fun of me because it's like, oh, you're always at Disney and you're always doing this and you're always going to the parks and you're always doing this. And I'm like, I'm living my inner
Yeah,
childhood
and
that,
it's true because, like, when the kids have
yeah.
parties,
Uh-huh.
I go all out, and Alex be
Mm-hmm.
getting mad at me. He's like, "Es que tú haces esto y compras esto y esto," and I was like, "Es que yo no tuve fiestas de
Yeah.
chiquita, like, I didn't have birthday parties." He's like, "Es que tú haces churritos y que ensalada de manzana y que bolis y que esto y que lo otro, like the spicy Tajín
Uh-huh.
gummies." He's like, "You do too much," and I was like, "Déjame, like, I didn't have this growing up, like, obviously, I didn't have it, so my kids, I
Yeah.
wanna give them everything."
So it's like,
So,
but
like, even, like, when you tell me, "Oh, Imma go to Disney," like, I get happy for you because I know
uh-huh.
that's something, like, that you didn't get to experience when you were
Mhm.
younger. So it's like, if
And
you can go now, just go.
yeah, and then it's like with like Valeras Quinceañeras coming up.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know it's expensive as hell and shit
Mhm.
like that.
Ooh, girl.
But it's like whenever her mom calls and says, hey, we have this going on, this is how much it's gonna be and stuff like that. I'm just like, "Oh, okay." And I just sent her the money.
Cause you get
Yeah.
excited,
And
yeah.
like it's like Angel will be like, "Hey, like, we'll
Cálmate.
pay her." Yeah, we're like, "We'll pay
Con
her
tiempo.
con tiempo," but like you just send it right away.
Aw,
I'm like, it's because I want to give her, the
like,
party.
what
Yeah,
I didn't have.
yeah, like we didn't have and stuff like that. Like I had a little quinceañera party, but not the way a quinceañera is supposed to be. Like mine was just a little party that
Yeah,
we
mine
had, and it was
too.
just yeah, it was just something simple.
Yeah.
And hers is gonna be all out. Like, it's gonna be, I want to see the father daughter dance. I want to see all this type of
Mhm.
stuff. Like, I want to see her enjoy herself.
Yeah, and
And
that's what
I,
I told my
yeah.
mom. I was like, "Ma, like, we're breaking generational trauma." And "See?" She's like, "Tu hermano me dice that he doesn't wanna be like your dad. That's why he's like
Mhm.
he wants to do better for himself." And he did it. Like, right
Mhm.
now, he's good. Like, he has a good life in Mexico. Like, I no le falta nada, but he's always told my mom, like, "I don't wanna live like this. I don't wanna live in the rancho. I want this," and he's done everything, and I'm telling her, like, I was like, "I'm not saying you raised me wrong."
Mhm.
I was like, I'm happy with the way you raised me because I get to work. Like, si tú me dices mañana vas a trabajar en el field, I'll work in the fields. You gonna drive a tractor? I'll drive a fucking tractor. Like, I'll do anything. But
Mhm.
because she taught me, like, since I was little, like, tú vas a trabajar, and if you want something, you're gonna work for it. And once you get that thing, if it's like a maintenance thing, you're gonna have to keep paying it. Like, for my car,
Mhm.
she didn't help me. My first car, she didn't help me.
Yeah.
She, like, went with me to the dealership, but she's like, "Tú lo vas a pagar." son tus pagos, tu seguranza, tu teléfono, like
Yeah.
everything's your now. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, and it's like, what's it called? Yeah, I was even talking about some. I was like, if I ever have a daughter, I want to do a Beauty and the Beast theme quinceañera. And my coworkers were like, it's weird, how parents live their childhood on their kids. I was like, well, I don't want to be like that either. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let her decide what she want to do. But if she don't know what she want to do, I'm
it's
gonna,
okay.
it's okay. I got a theme already.
Girl, I told the kids, I told Aiden, I was like, cuando yo estaba chiquita, I had the swing. And
Hmm.
we would like do like vueltas in the swing, and the swing
Hmm.
will kind of like twist from the top, and then you'll
Yeah,
stop, and then you go
and then we'll
spinning.
spin around.
I
Yeah.
would do that. But I think I put my head in between like one of the little turns, and I was choking. Y mi mamá me dejó. She did not help me. She's like, ay, como tú puedas. And I was like, oh my god. She's like, no, mija. She's like, I wanted to teach you that if you're
Yeah.
ever in trouble, like you need to learn how to get out of it. And I was like, oh shit. So now
Yeah.
when my kids fall, I'm like, you're okay, you're okay. And they're like, okay, mommy. And yeah, they start playing like nothing. And they're fine. Like,
Yeah.
because if you're like a little kids fall, and you're like, oh, you're okay, you're okay. They're gonna
Hmm.
get scared seeing you be like, are you okay? They're gonna be like, yeah.
I'll just laugh.
And then
Levántate.
they get up, right? And they'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, and then just start playing like
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like for me more, it's my parents that I
Yeah.
wish I had an apology for that I still need to this day because what's the next topic? The generational trauma.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like that because it's like because they never because of the apology that I'm still needed, I still have a lot of trauma of everything that I went through.
Yeah.
Like I had to get on medication.
I'm depressed because of that.
Like
This
it
is
was
like dark humor. Like,
yeah. Like now I gotta be on the medication for this shit because I'm just like, damn, I can't live my life because like I'm always worried about
like
little
going
things.
back.
Yeah. Like, do
Like
you have any trauma?
my trauma was just like growing up without my dad. Like not being able to like have everything I wanted. I know that's kind
Hmm.
of selfish, like, but it's like, oh, bro, there was one Christmas. I remember this very well. I can't remember if it was like actual Christmas or Dia de los Reyes Magos.
Hmm.
I woke up and there was just like one little doll under the tree. I had
One
this.
doll. Oh, sorry. It's just you're good.
I was
You're
oh my
good.
god. It was one little doll with a scooter, and I remember
Yeah.
it so well. And I told my mom, I was like, I remember that. And I was like, Mom, ¿cómo le hacía? She's like, because my dad would send us like $100 a month, and he was
Mhm.
already here, so he'll waste his money on drinking.
Mhm.
I was like, Mom, like, ¿cómo le hacía? She's like, pues como pudiera, mija. Like, I wouldn't buy you guys no clothes, no shoes. I wouldn't buy myself any clothes, any shoes. Like, estiraba el dinero como pudiera.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my god, like, because I asked her, like, I wanted to
Mhm.
know how bad my brother suffered for him to be
Mhm.
the way he is now. And she's like, él sufrió más que yo.
Yeah.
So now it's like, my trauma is not having my dad, right? Like, I had an absent father. Um, but I learned to forgive him
Mhm.
when I went to the retreat. And I think I remember I
Yeah.
told you. And like, I'm not Catholic or anything like that, but it's like, I don't know, it just kind of healed me
Mhm.
in a way that now I'm like, I forgive you. And I just hope like
And
he's
now you
good and
wanna give
like,
your
yeah,
kids everything that you didn't get to have or anything
yeah.
like that because it's like
And they get everything like
uh-huh.
they're little spoiled. But it's because I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
too. Like,
my ring got stuck on my blanket.
girl, it's so fancy, you even broke it.
But
I need to put mine on. They're gonna be like, look at this bitch with the rubber ring.
it's okay. I put it on because we go out on the weekends, but as soon as I get like
It's
going back to work, I take it off and put
the bougie ring for the weekend, and then oh, we have the
yeah.
same ring.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
We have the same ring.
Like literally the same
I feel
ring.
like Alex and
Se
Angel knew
puso
each
bien de
other in
acuerdo.
the past, and they're like, "Hey, when you
Get
get
this
married,
ring.
get this ring."
Girl, I'd be telling Alex, I was like, if I die, I'm gonna come find you. He's like, no, que estoy claro. I was like, I'm gonna come find you. And he has this thing where he sleeps with his like he
Mhm.
raised he picks up his legs so the covers can go under
Yeah.
his legs. And I'm like, te voy a estirar las patas. And he'd be like, cállate. And I'm like, oh, for real.
It's because I feel bad because I'm like, since I work with gloves every day, I can't wear it because
Yeah.
the ring will like literally pop it. And like, oh, why don't you wear bigger gloves? But you can't wear big gloves. Like I draw
They're
blood every day.
loose.
Like I have to be,
Yeah,
it
like
has to be tight.
fitted,
Yeah. So I
yeah.
could be able to feel the vein. And it's like, I wear my rubber ring all the time. And it's like, my husband really cared for this one.
I
So in
know.
the weekends when we go out, I'm like, let me take off
This
this
is the
rubber
bougie
ring and
ring.
let me just put on my ring.
This one I have it because of the gym, which I
Yeah.
haven't gone to in like 3 weeks, but I needed to go back to the gym.
I just started a little bit last week,
Yeah.
but we got off topic.
Oh,
Let's get back to the
anyways,
point.
I was gonna tell you that the experience you went through with your mom,
Hmm.
it's just gonna make you a better mom.
Yeah. That's what I always say. Like, whenever, like, you know, to this day, I give Valeria whatever she wants. Like, if she
Yeah.
calls me right now and she says, "Can you give me $20?" It's already in her account. Like, I send it right away. And I feel like she takes advantage of that.
She be asking for money.
Yeah.
Valeria, if you're seeing this, you need to be more considerate.
She
Just
takes
kidding.
advantage of that. She'll be like, "Hey, Liz, what do you want?"
Cálmate que soy
No,
madrina de tu
just
cojín.
I was like, she's like, "No, I just want to see how you're doing and everything."
Mm,
After you're done seeing how I'm doing, what do you want?
it's giving, ¿cómo se llama? Pediche. Interesada. I'm just kidding. We love you.
Like earlier today, she called me. I was like, "Hey," she goes, "Oh, I just want to see how everything's doing and stuff like that. Where you at?" I'm like, "We're in West Palm. We're getting the haircuts for your dad." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
You should have been
Yeah,
like,
no, I just want to see how you're doing and how's
come
everything."
stay with me then. If you want to see how I'm doing, come stay with me.
And then she goes, "My dad said he was gonna buy this, but he hasn't sent me the money." I was like, "Really?" I
I
was
got
like,
it. Just,
"Okay, don't worry about it. I got you."
yeah.
Um, so for me, like the trauma that I have is like because we had to be so mature and stuff. Now I have like when we used like the parties and stuff like that. I will go with you because your mom was there, so there was always an adult there. It was always something like that. But if like another friend would like invite me to like a party and stuff like that, I'll be like, "No, I can't go." And it's not that I didn't want to. It was just for me. It was like, what if they end up drinking and we're like driving and we get into an accident, or like what if this happened and stuff like that. Like I don't, I'm by myself, like who's gonna really take care of me,
Yeah.
like if something happens to me and stuff like that. So it was like I never got to have that childhood because I was always afraid of like, what if this happened. And even when I was driving like to work or whatever, I'm like, what if this happens, and what if this happens, and like I will have like really
Like,
bad
yeah.
anxiety that I would literally call Angel every single time, and he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Just talk to me. Like I'm having like a little panic attack. Like I'm just thinking about like if a semi truck passes by me." I was like, "What if the semi truck just flips over and falls on me? Or what if this and this?" Like it was always something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't want to think like that. And for me, it was like, you remember I used to tell you like I can't sleep alone.
Yeah.
And like I hated it. Like I was like, ¿qué pasa si alguien se mete en la casa y hace algo? And he would joke around like, ¿qué te van a hacer? As soon as they hear you complain, they're gonna leave the house. Or as
Yeah.
soon as, but it was like always like, what if this happens? Like, what if that
Mhm.
happens? And it was like, I never been alone. I've always had my
Somebody
husband
there
there
with
or like
you.
my family member. They're just somebody there. Like it was just trauma because it's like, since she abandoned me and my brother always had to work in order to support both of us, it was always me by myself. And it was like, I didn't want to be by myself. Like, I had that anxiety every single time. Like, it's always the what ifs. And
Yeah.
like, what if I can't pay for this? Or what if this and this? It's like, it was always like that. And it got so bad that it was like any little struggle that we had, like if me and Angel ever struggled with like money and stuff like that, I'll get really depressed because it's like, what if I'm living my past again? Like where I didn't have any money for this and I didn't have any money for that. Like what if we can't give, Valeria what she needs because of this? And it was like, it was bad. It was like my anxiety was giving me depression, everything. And I was like, you know what? I gotta stop. Like it was like even worse whenever Matt passed away. Cause
Yeah.
it was like after that I had to like worry, like, okay, now that he's gone, like what what if this happened next? Or what if my next sibling passes away, or what if this, and like what's gonna happen with his daughter, like what is she gonna worry, and like stuff like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to be on medication. So
But you know what? Like, the good thing
uh-huh.
is that you came to, like, the realization, like,
Yeah.
"Okay, like, I need help."
Yeah.
Because there's people
Like
that
I
just,
was
like
always afraid. And whenever Angel was gonna get that promotion with that other job where he
yeah,
was
I
gonna
remember.
leave, and I was texting you like nonstop, like, he's leaving soon and what's gonna happen to me? And you were like, come
"It's
have
okay,
dinner
just"
with us,
yeah,
like
like, "Just
come to
come to
okay,
my
yeah, come.
house."
And I'm like, I understand that, like I can go to your house, but like, what about when I have to go back home? Like, I'm scared. Like I'm like I used to always be like that. I was like, and what if like si cuando se vaya, he realizes that he doesn't want to be with me,
Ay,
and like he leaves me, and like I don't see him
yeah.
again, or something happens to him over there, and all I get is that one phone call like, hey,
Oh,
this, like it was really bad. So when I went to my doctor, I told him, you know, hey, this is what's going on, and my chest has been hurting and stuff like that. And they're like, no, you're having anxiety. And and I was like, "But I cry a lot. Like, is that
mhm.
normal?" He goes, "No, it's leading to depression. So how about we start you on medication?" I'm like, "I don't want to be on medication. Like, I try to avoid that."
Yeah.
They're like, "But no, it's got." They were like, "But if
It's
you're telling
gotten
me that
kinda
it's
bad.
gotten bad, like, because back then I used to figure it out on my own. Like, if I had anxiety, I'll just start singing. Like, I'll talk to Angel. Like, I'll go to the gym, just something."
Mhm.
And finally, I was like, "Okay, I'll be on medication." And whenever Angel did a trip with his friend, um, on the weekend and stuff, llegó. I think I came over to your house.
Yeah.
I was ready to go home. I was like, I want to go home and sleep. Like, ya no me preocupé, like, of the what if, like, if something happened, or what
Yeah.
if I come home and be home alone and stuff like
You
that.
weren't,
Like,
like, overthinking.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
medication actually really helped a lot. Like, I was knocked out. Like, AJ was like, you don't miss me? I was like, yeah. But I was like this the whole time.
But I miss my sleep more. I'll talk to you
Yeah,
later.
I'll talk to you later. I'm trying to sleep. And it was like now I feel more calm. Like I don't think about the what ifs anymore. And I don't think about like the past trauma that I used to
Yeah.
be. Like I let it go. Like I literally block it out. I take it out of my head.
But
Like
you
it's
know,
like
like, you're gonna have to deal with it, like,
later on,
sooner or
yeah.
later.
That's
'Cause
what
that's what I used to do too, but, like, tienes que,
yeah, that's what
like
Angel was saying. Angel was like, don't think your medication is forever. Try calming down with it, and you're gonna have to start,
yeah, and you know what's also one thing I had too, I was like, "When am I gonna get over this? Like, when am I like,
uh-huh.
I don't wanna feel like this to my dad, like, that's my dad."
Mhm.
And it wasn't until, like, I went to the retreat, I even told her, I was like, "You need to go to a retreat," but it's
Yeah.
like and she's like, "What is it?" And I was like, "I can't tell you what it
Yeah.
is because the father, like, made us swear, like, it's a" I think he called it, like, un ¿cómo se dice? Un
Mhm.
pecado mortal, algo like a dreadful sin, like, you have to take it to your grave. And I was like, "I can't talk about it, but, like, I think it would really, really help you, like, if you go." And that's why I told you, like, like, try to go. But you know me, like, I'm not, like, a
Yeah.
church like, I'm not like, I'm Catholic, but I don't go to church every Sunday. Like, yo hablo con Diosito y la Virgencita, and I make promises, but
Y
I don't go
cumple
to
las
church.
promesas.
Yeah, girl, I have
Yeah.
to.
So no, because if you ever have a kid or whatever, like if you ever become pregnant, you cannot take that medication. Like you have to come off of it.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, I know one day I'm gonna have to take off of it. Like whenever I decide to have kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that, my own kids, my own belly, my own everything.
Your own
I'm like my own,
uterus?
my own
You're trying
trauma.
to convince me or you?
Because right now I'm just like, it's either my stepdaughter or my nephews and nieces. Like
Yeah.
I'm their mother to them. Like,
You don't have someone on your own
yeah,
right now.
yeah. Like I'm like, at least, my stepdaughter has, her mom and everything. Like, so I don't really have to fully put
Mhm.
my whole, life on her
Yeah.
because, she still has her mom and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Whenever her mom is not there, I'll take care of her. Like not so long ago, like what, my nephew stayed the night. I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep. Like, I just kept waking up because it's like, "You good? You good?" And I just kept seeing if he was breathing. I was like, "Damn."
You're like a first time mom. I
Yeah.
used to do that with Angel. I'd be like going like this.
Yeah, y luego, ¿cómo se llama? I woke up in the middle of the night because I don't know why. I just woke up in the middle. I guess my mom instinct just hit or whatever. And like, I woke up. Tell me why this boy had a pillow on his face. I was like, this
What?
man. I took that junk off and I like took the pillow away from him. I
But
woke up again. This man had a pillow on his face.
that's probably how he
I
sleeps
think
because let me
so.
tell you,
Yeah.
Aiden sleeps like this. I swear. Like I'll pass by his room and I'm thinking he's on the phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
Aiden, like go to sleep. He'd be like this, knocked out like that. Angel and Lexi, they sleep
Yeah,
so
and
weird.
then me desperté y no tenía la cobija. So lo cobijé con una cobija. Next thing you know, he didn't have that one again.
Se le quitó.
So I grabbed a little tiny blanket y se lo puse.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I wake up, he doesn't have it again. I was like, what the hell? Like,
He's probably doesn't.
stop. And then next thing you know, he wakes up, stands up fully, grabs a blanket, puts it on himself, then goes back to sleep. I was like, what the? Like, no pude dormir. Like, the whole night.
You were
That's why whenever
worried.
you texted me, like, hey, come over, I'm like, "Huh," I just woke up, like, because I was exhausted. Like, and I'm like, imagine, like, when I have my own kids, like, that's crazy. Like with Valeria, I didn't have to worry about that because she was already like
Yeah,
bigger,
but it
and then she
depends.
stays with her mom, so it's like I don't. But now, like it's I don't
But it
know.
depends, like if you got a good baby or a bad baby. Like there's no bad babies, but there's travieso babies.
Yeah,
Like Aiden, I met him when he was 5, but
yeah,
he was travieso, like a normal kid travieso. You know,
yeah.
even now he's still travieso, just like a normal kid travieso. And then I had Angel.
Oh,
Angel was. I was like, oh my god.
Angels, them silver teeth kids.
Now he's good. Now he's like
Yeah.
kind of normal travieso,
Uh
but
huh.
it's like Aiden and then Angel. But then I had Lexi. She's like, she bypasses both of them, girl. Like, she's so mean. Like, she gets on their back and be like this. And then be like, mom. And she just be pulling their hair like this. And kill girl me lo agarra del, okay, come here.
Uh huh.
She'd be like this. Like, pulling his ear. And then she'll be like, mommy, mommy. It just depends. Like, if you get like
Yeah.
a normal baby or a travieso
That's why
baby.
for me, like I met Valeria when she was like 7. So for me, she was already in her own,
Yeah, like she
yeah,
had,
yeah.
she was
So
like independent.
yeah, so I was like, I know that even if I do end up stopping the medication and stuff like that, I'll finally have someone to like focus I don't have to focus on myself
Mhm.
because my full attention will be on my
On the
kid.
menu.
Yeah, on my kids and stuff like that. Because whenever like I'll have like the trauma of driving and stuff like that, like I was always afraid because of the anxiety, todo. But whenever I'll have like Valeria or any of my nephews and nieces in the car,
Mhm.
my first thing was, okay, I gotta drive safe for
Mhm.
them. Like for me, it was like, it was for them only.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever they're around, I forget about everything else and I just focus on them. And it's
Yeah.
just like that all the time. Like,
Like it's just
uh-huh.
like a day goes by super fast.
Yeah. I was like, ¿ya comites? ¿Ya hiciste esto?
I f-
Okay. Okay, we're good.
I feel like I've only been on like 3 accidents, but now like when I'm driving on like a highway road
Mhm.
or like going to Palm Beach, I'm thinking I'm driving safe and everybody else is too close to me. And that I think that's my anxiety. Cause
Yeah, it is.
I'd be like, oh my god, like that car is too close to me. Y me hago más pa'
Uh-huh.
acá. And then I just look and I'm okay, I'm good. And
That's
then when
how
I'm
I
on a three-way
was.
lane, I'm like, oh my god, don't get too close to me. Don't. And I feel like their cars, like sometimes you know how like you kind of swerve.
Mhm.
I feel like they swerve way too much. And to
Mhm.
me, I'm just like this, like I'm driving fine. I look fine from the outside,
Mhm.
but I'm thinking like a car's coming. And I'm like, don't get too close to me. Don't get too close to me, because I'm like, ya me traumé, yo voy a
Yeah.
chocar.
No, the only thing that's helping me right now is the medication. But in reality, like my trauma was because since my mom abandoned me, I always felt
Yeah.
like, okay, somebody's gonna abandon me. And for me, like it's always, is my husband gonna abandon me? Like, is my husband gonna leave? Like, like, what am I gonna do? And even yourself, you used to tell me, hey, he's not gonna be there forever. Like you have to learn to live on your own. And I'm just like, but how do I do this? How do I do this? Like, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like bad because it's like even my sister, she has her bad trauma because of my parents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So even she says to herself, like, I don't want to be a mom right now because it's like, what if I don't know how to take care of my kids the right way because I never had that mom experience and I understood her in that.
Yeah.
But I think once she's in it, she'll be a different person because I felt like that too. Like I was like, I don't want kids because what if
I'm not a good mom.
yeah. But whenever I have like my niece or my nephews or my stepdaughter and stuff like that, I'm there for them. Like I put my full attention on them. And maybe it'll be different later on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It
I think you
just
can do it. I think it's
yeah.
just gonna make you like a better mom, like me. Like you're gonna go all out in their parties. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one making churritos for their party, then the tajin gummies and all that
Yeah, so
stuff.
it's like now it's like with my nephews and nieces, they have their parents to go back to. Like, bye, yeah, I had enough of you guys. Go home. And
Yeah,
then
me
and then with my stepdaughter, it's like, okay, I had you. Okay, go back to your mama now.
yeah,
Yeah,
vete.
yeah, it's too much. Like I need my time. It's
But you know what?
but when I have my own kids, like I have no other choice. I am their mama.
Like, what do you
Vete con tu tía Angie.
wait, wait. Me los traes. Me los traes. I'm gonna have a sleepover here.
Vete con tu tía Angie. No puedo.
I was gonna ask you, what do you consider a childhood? Like, from what age to what age? Is it like from when you start having like memories to like 13? Or from like when you're born to like 21?
What do you mean? When do you think?
Like, when I think of my childhood, I think of like when you're 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and like 10.
I think that's the most a kid ever had a childhood. Because I think once they hit like their teenage years, that's when they
That's
start
not
going
part of
through
the
like,
childhood. Because I was thinking, I was like, did I have a good childhood? And like, I can't remember. Like, I tell you, like, I can't remember like most of my childhood.
I think childhood starts more when they're younger,
Like,
like
younger.
3 something. Because yeah, at that time, like you're a kid, you're not worried about the world or anything like that. I think it stops hitting once you get like to middle school
Yeah.
because it's like now you're involved with the best friend dramas and
Well, I
like
think like,
yeah, I don't know. I think that's where
I
all
don't
the
know. I
trauma
don't
starts
want to make
hitting.
it seem like mean, but like my best part of my teenage years
Mhm.
was having you in my house and doing the sleepovers and going to the quinces.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we were singing, was it Rolling in the Deep
No,
or
it was
Loving
Someone Like You by
Someone
Adele.
Like You? Oh my
I've been thinking
god.
about that for like the past 2
I was
days.
like, I can't find the video. I can't find the video. And I
I
never
found the
found the video.
video.
You have
I
it?
have the
Oh
video.
my god. I want it. But
But,
yeah.
I think that was, like, my only childhood that I really, really liked was, like, that I had you,
Yeah.
where, like, I actually had, like,
Yeah.
something to
To look forward to. And that's why
yeah.
I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't remember like much of like when I was
I
little
used to wait for,
little.
like, the weekends because I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I'm going to Angie's house, I'm
But I
going to Angie's
remember
house."
like this much of my life that I
Yeah.
spent with you, and I was
Mhm.
like, I had a good like
Mhm.
maybe not in Mexico, but when I
Yeah.
came here, like it was okay.
So I think that was the only thing left, and, like, that's why I admire your mom a lot because she stepped up to,
Hmm.
like, be that mother figure with me
Yeah.
that I always wanted and stuff like that. So that's why whenever I see her, like, she's the only person I will hug and give a kiss in the
And
cheek
even now
to.
she'd be like, Elise, Elise, ¿cómo
Yeah.
está? No ha venido a
And I feel so
verme.
bad because I don't visit her as much, but it's like, damn.
She'd be like, Elise. I'd be like, I am the man. Con Ángel. Con Ángel.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. But I feel like
Okay.
I owe her my life.
Cálmate. Well, besties, I hope you enjoyed our trauma. And we
Y
want to
si
hear your
lloraron, pues
trauma.
lloraron.
We want to hear your trauma, so make sure you send us your trauma or your anxiety, whatever. Just send us something, your chisme, through
We
our
want to hear your trauma, so make sure you send us your trauma.
send it to the Bestie Confession box, y'all. It's linked in our YouTube and our Instagram. So let's get to the now we're gonna do the Bestie Confession.
Mhm.
So let's get to it.
All right, we're gonna start with the story or confessions.
Which one?
Uh,
The confessions or the we got a suegra drama?
that one's after. Let's
Woo!
finish the confessions
Okay,
first.
okay, okay, dale.
Okay, so we got one that says on the what's your anonymous story or
Oh,
confession.
okay, okay, I got it.
One that says I'm dating my best friend's brother, but she doesn't know.
Ooh, that's risky.
Yeah.
That's
It
risky
is.
because it could either go really, really good or
Mhm.
like really, really bad.
Mhm.
And you're not just damaging like a relationship you have
Mhm.
right now, you're damaging your relationship with your best friend.
Because what if one day you guys break up? Hopefully you guys don't. But what if you do? Do you think your best friend is going to be on your side, or do you think they're going to be on your brother's side?
Or
As
let's say
just
like
yeah.
he cheats on you,
Mhm.
like I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't risk it, bestie. I don't
Um,
know.
give us a little bit more backstory of what it is, and maybe we'll
Manda
have a
más chiste.
yeah, like maybe we'll know like what to say to you.
Maybe we'll change our mind.
Yeah,
But
like
for now,
yeah,
it's
for
a no
now
no.
it's a little
A
risky.
little risky.
Um, do you think she'll handle it right?
Oh
Like, do
yeah.
you
You
think
know
she'll
what? It
yeah.
also depends like how mature. Well, I'm not saying you're like immature or
Mhm.
anything, but how strong their friendship is and how mature they are. Like how
If
mature
she's
she
really
takes
your
it.
best friend, she'll let you be through that, and regardless of
Like
regardless of what goes on or whatever, I hope she understands like what happened between you guys and stuff like that. And if it does end up being good, then you have a new bridesmaid, you have a new
I
sister-in-law
don't
for
know.
life.
I think for me, I'd be like, if you were dating my brother, I'd be like, okay, but like, whatever happens between you guys, keep me
Stays
out of
between you
it.
guys.
Like,
Yeah.
keep me out of it. Like, if you
Yeah.
cheat on him, I don't know. If he cheats
Yeah.
on you, no say.
Yeah.
Like, just keep me out of it.
I think mine was the same way with when Matt started dating, one of our classmates. And it's like whatever happens, happens between y'all.
Just keep
Don't
keep
that
me
that
out
was
of
me.
it.
For me, it was like that. Like if my best friend the same way what she says, if she ever dates any of my brothers or whatever, if she ever dates, like if that's ever gonna happen, no. But if that ever happened, like growing up or whatever, I just hope it doesn't come between us and whatever happened between them. I'll pretend it didn't happen. If she wants to talk bad about him, I won't be
Supporting you.
I won't be the
Rooting for
sibling
you.
at the time. Like I'll be like, okay, you got an hour. I'm your best
I'm
friend.
gonna be your best friend for
Yeah.
an hour, but after that, I'm a
Yeah.
sibling, so you gotta go watch what you
Yeah.
say.
After an hour, hey, okay, ya no puedes decir nada más.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, it
Yeah.
depends how their friendship is. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. I don't know how she'll
We just
take
need to
it.
know the
Like,
backstory in order for us to really
so
give
send more
you
cheese.
yeah. Okay, you want to do the other one?
Yeah, it says, "Oh, I sometimes still stalk my ex. He has a baby now with another girl that kind of looks like me.
It's giving
Was he
duplicate.
looking? It's giving Elena and her doppelganger from Vampire Diaries.
You're stupid.
Why? That's her name, right? Elena?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know, baby.
do
Was
you
he?
still have feelings for him? Like, do you wish, you know,
Do you wish?
do you wish maybe that was like your life with
You
him or
wish that
something?
was you,
Yeah.
huh?
I can't stand you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe sometimes you could be petty or whatever. Like you just want to see like.
Wait, is he still interested though? Because why hasn't he blocked her? Mm.
But for
Maybe
me,
she'll open up.
how about I give a little example?
Okay, okay, give an example.
Okay, maybe you're just basically seeing like, did he do better? Like, how do I explain? Like, fuck,
You can't
I
without
can't
it.
explain it.
Mm,
Okay,
you
like
said like he could do better. Like,
no, like I'll basically see like for me, maybe this is how your thing is. Maybe you'll see like, did your ex like
move on.
move on? Like
Mm,
basically like, di que example. like me. Say I have like, I went to school, I did this, I did that,
Mhm.
like I became a nurse, like he's no longer in my life. And I became a nurse, I did this, I did that. Like I upgraded myself. So I guess you want to see like,
Did he upgrade?
yeah, did he upgrade?
That sounds kinda
Or
mean.
yeah, like did he upgrade or is he living like the worst life
Like,
ever?
¿cómo
Like,
le va? Like, ¿cómo le va? Like, I wanna know,
mhm.
like, you're still intrigued by him.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
For example, like I'm gonna give me as an example. Like for me, I moved on. I'm married and stuff like that. I went to school for my
Mhm.
nursing. I have this going on. Like I became a better person.
I'm
And
pretty sure there's
I
people
never
that
I never
wonder.
stalked my ex or anything like that, but my mom told me about him and like basically
He be
like
asking about you.
no,
Oh,
for me now he has 2 kids that he's paying child support for.
ándale pa' que se le quite.
Yeah, and like no tiene esto y no tiene that. Like, and for me, I'm like, para que se le quite.
Pa' que vea.
Yeah, para que
Porque
vea.
no me valoró en su
Yeah.
momento.
So
Mhm.
it's like maybe that's what you're going through. Like maybe you're stalking to see like did
How's
he
it
do better?
going?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just like, maybe they, okay, let's just say they ended in good terms,
Uh
right?
huh.
Maybe she just wants to be like what happened with him? Like how's life going for him?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't wish that was you. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you just, you know,
I
dale.
stopped talking to my best friend because I didn't like her boyfriend.
Okay,
Are you
Liz.
me? Are you me?
You heard I said okay, Liz.
That's one of the reasons
Girl.
why I backed away from her. Like I know we never
Okay.
got into the reasons of
Listen,
why.
okay, we're gonna get into it. It was
Yeah.
because of the boyfriend I had, and it
Uh-huh.
was because of a friend that we
Mhm.
had. It
Mhm.
was a mutual friend between us, but that friend would come back and forth. Like she would tell
Mhm.
me things that Liz said about me that weren't true, and she
Mhm.
would tell you things I said
Mhm.
about you that weren't true.
Mhm.
So I don't know why. Like I don't know what her reasoning
We
was
can talk
behind
more about
that.
it in our next episode of like what happened between us. That could be our next
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's a lot like to
Yeah.
unpack. But at least you guys know
But
like
at least
the
one, you'll know that the reason I kind of backed away also was because the guy that she was dating.
yeah.
Um
So
I
it
get for me it was just a lot. It's hard to explain.
yeah.
I'll explain more in a different episode of why I decided to let myself go when that happened. But
Yeah.
are
So it
you
was because
me?
oh, is you her? It was because of a boyfriend and because of that
Yeah.
friend for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
And then life was lifing.
Okay. He said he was gonna rock my world. He barely moved the chair like this. -10. If you know, you know. God damn.
Damn. We gonna leave that spider one for the end because boy,
The Swagna one?
you were trying to
Ooh.
you should create your own podcast with this
No,
long ass paragraph.
no. She should come here.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm excited for
Okay.
that one.
Okay. Let's go to our last two ones and then we'll go back to the spider one.
Okay.
It says, need any advice or want to share something? It's okay, bestie. We all go through rough times. We're here for you. It said, uh it says, I had a baby a few weeks ago. I found your videos on TikTok. I'm going through PPD, which is postpartum depression, and watching you guys has made it a little easier.
Aw. Well, thank you.
If you ever need someone to talk to, you can always leave it here. You can contact us or whatever. Um, I don't know about postpartum depression. Maybe my home dog Angie knows a little bit more about it. But you do get lonely.
Uh,
And I was talking to my lab supervisor and she was basically she was basically telling me about her daughter having postpartum
yeah.
depression. And it was kind of hard because it was like her husband or her boyfriend wasn't there as much because he had to go back to work and stuff like that. And I was like, I feel like I wish some dads had an obligation to take a class, even if it was just like one time a week or
Mhm.
whatever, and it
Yeah.
was like for 2 hours, so they could understand what women go through, and they could be a little bit more supportive about it because
Yeah.
they're caring for a kid, but they're also healing themselves.
Yeah.
And I
It's
know about that because nursing and
you
stuff like
know,
that, so I know what they're going through. But you
I think
more.
I think every mom goes through PPD.
Mhm.
And even if you say you don't, like, you probably don't know you're going through it.
Mhm.
Because even if you have a village, like
Mhm.
it gets hard. Like there's times where you're gonna be alone and you're gonna cry and like it's okay, like you just gotta cry it out. Like, but it's just it's it's hard. Like in el momento es muy difícil and
Mhm.
you don't know, like you're like, oh my god, like is it gonna get better? Is it gonna get
Mhm.
worse? And I like all I have to say is just be easy on yourself. Like
Yeah.
your body just did something so amazing. Like just be easy on yourself. And
Take your time.
yeah, and I always tell this like newly moms. One thing you should always do is take time to pamper yourself.
Mhm.
You like take time to do your makeup, take time to do your nails, your hair, because your kids deserve a happy mom,
Mhm.
right? And if you're happy, everybody in the household is happy. And I think your partner has also a lot to do with it too. Because if they're helping you, like you're gonna feel a little bit better, like, okay, like maybe I
Yeah.
can do this. So yeah. I always say that. I always think that like your kids deserve a happy mom. So
I think this question was more for you because you know a little bit more. But
yeah.
we're glad that we are able to
Yeah.
help you out in that situation. We're glad we're actually changing a life on something. Okay.
Okay. The last one says, do you have any questions for us? What's the difference between raising a stepchild? Is it hard? I have a boyfriend who has a child and they have 50-50 custody, but it seems more like 100-0. I'm still young and don't want kids anytime soon. What advice can you give me? Mm.
Well, as you heard earlier in our video, well, on my side, because well, we both have a step kid.
Yeah.
But on my side, it's like I like it because it's like, okay, I get to experience that little mom experience for like a temporary time. And then I'm like, okay, it's like she gets to go home. And I'm like, okay, I get to breathe again. Like I get to be like myself again without, having to care for somebody at that time. But for you, it's a little bit more different because if you're saying that it's more 100-0, then that means you have to step up and be um the mom 24/7. It's not hard. Oh, it kind of is kind of
It
hard.
just
Yeah, it
like
is
depends
hard.
how old
Yeah, it
the
depends
child
how old the,
is.
the kid is. So for me, when my stepdaughter was younger, it was a little harder because she had to get used to you know having you know meeting a new person in her father's life. And I went through the little jealousy moments. I went through stuff like that. But I guess now that she got older, she understands a little bit more of what goes on. And it's way more easier for me now because it's like now I don't have a kid to take care of, but I have a friend like I can talk to, like,
Mhm.
and that's
Like
what I like.
she's
Yeah,
older, so you can just talk to her like
yeah,
just like a normal person.
yeah. And I think that goes like with a lot of parents. Like once they're older, like a lot of like now, like I have coworkers that have like older kids now,
Mhm.
and it's like now they don't have to worry about like don't do this, don't do that,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Now they talk to each other like if they're best friends. Like I have a coworker that calls their like if something bad happens, let me call my daughter, and they like have a conversation like if they're
Yeah,
like
like best
best friends.
friends.
And that's how I am with my daughter. Like it's like I know I have my moments where I'd be like, hey, you can't be doing this. Like you have to respect this, you have to do that. But then I have my moments where I'm like, what's up, baby boo? Like I literally every time she calls
Girl.
me, like she calls me and I'd be like, uh I'll be like, hello. She goes, hey Liz. I'm like, what it do, baby boo? Like and she's like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? And like it's like stuff like
Aw. Like you have a good
I have a
relationship.
good relationship.
Yeah.
Like
For
back
me,
then it was a little harder because
yeah, she was smaller.
but now that she's older, I have a different um but for me, you're still young and you don't want kids anytime soon. that's something you have to think about when it comes to that. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not prepared to have a kid, you have to see like, okay.
Like, one thing, the
Mhm.
mom is always gonna be there,
Mhm.
like, I know you say it's, 100 to 0, and I'm thinking dad takes most of the responsibility and
Mhm.
makes most of the decisions. So, like, you're kinda just there to help him raise, the baby.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know, because it's kinda like
I We just need to know what age the baby is before we can actually give you an advice. But I can give you an advice of like of how of the whole you're still young and you don't want kids anytime soon. If the relationship is barely starting with this person and you're not prepared to step up and be a mom, then I think you should just let this go and live your life. Because if you are still young and you're really not prepared to have a kid, it's going to hurt you later on in life because you're basically like how we were saying, like when I was saying how my mom left me and I had no other choice but to grow up and be mature and stuff like that.
yeah.
And it's like, it's hurting me now because I didn't get to live my childhood. And you don't want to go through that. You don't want to go through your whole life feeling like, okay, I didn't get to live my life because I had to raise a kid and that kid wasn't even mine.
Yeah, and
I
you
don't want you to feel resent later on because you will feel like that later on. Like you're like, this kid ain't even mine. Like, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? Like, why, you know, and I don't want you to ever feel like that. Like,
and she
yeah.
already knows what she wants because she said,
Hmm.
I don't want kids anytime soon." Like, you already know what you want. Like, obviously, like, if you don't wanna take our advice, don't take it. But, like, for me, it was, like, super easy because I was already
Hmm.
working at daycare.
Hmm.
I met Aiden when he was 5, and, like, by me, like, I treat all 3 the same. I have him with me, like, 24/7, and nothing's really different. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
for me,
like,
it was easy too because it was like
you
I
have
already grew up. Yeah, I
nephews,
had nephews and
yeah.
nieces that I took care of, like if they were my own and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then also for me, it was like I was already in that mature stage. Like I already knew how to cook. I already
Yeah.
knew how to do this and this. So it's like for me, it wasn't that hard. It was just like if I ever had a kid at that time, like I was prepared for. I don't think you're ever
Mhm.
prepared for it, but still, like I'm prepared for like I was prepared
Like,
to
you're
like
prepared for the
yeah,
basic things like diaper change,
yeah,
bottle feeding, but you're not prepared for, like,
yeah.
mm, like, not
Yeah.
well, yeah, kinda like the mental toll
Mhm.
it takes on you because, like, it's not just they're not gonna be, like, a certain age forever. Like, right now, it's like I tell Aiden, like, when I talk to him,
Mhm.
I'm like, "Listen, I have patience with you. You
Mhm.
have to have patience with me because it's my first time being a mom. It's your
Yeah.
first time being a child, and it's my first time having a child that's 11 years old. Like, it's our first time doing things together." So then he'll be like, "Okay, like, like, you're right."
If it was 50-50, I would have had a different advice for you, but since you feel like it's 100 to 0 and you don't want any kids, then it's
Yeah.
something that you need to sit down and decide on your own. Like if this is really the life that I want. You need to think about your mental health too and how things are. Because you already, like she said, you already know what you want. You don't want any kids. You don't want any other stuff. So I don't think you're ready to take up that responsibility. And if you just been with this boyfriend for a short time, then I think it's time for you to talk to him and let him know how you feel. First, it has to come with communication. Let him know how you feel and see what his reaction is. And if he has a different reaction to what you think it should have been, then maybe it's time for you to sit down and talk to yourself and be like, hey, is this really what I want?
Yeah.
That's the only advice I can give her.
Well, me too. I don't know. I don't know what it is because I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
like me and Alex,
Uh-huh.
it's like I told him, like, I can just help you raise him,
Mhm.
but if you want me to treat him like a son, like, you have to let me be a mom to him.
Mhm.
And that means, like, telling him when he's wrong, telling him no, guiding him, and doing, like, all these things for him. And I guess, like, Aiden's with us, like, all the time. So, I don't know, it just kinda came, like, really easy, like,
Yeah.
we just do it
I was the
together.
same way. Like it wasn't I never changed anything with my stepdaughter or anything. Like I treated her the same way I treat my
Yeah.
nephews. Like I talk to them the same way. everything's always the same way.
Cause you know, there's some
Yeah.
like parents that be like, you know what, like you're just here to help me raise him, but like the way
Mhm.
I educate him, no te metas. And like I don't know, like I don't know how the guy is, but like
Mhm.
that's not my situation. But I know some parents are like that, like where they're like, I raised her like this, and you just help me raise her the way I want to raise her. But if you have an opinion, like don't
Yeah.
tell me because it's between her, like me and her mom.
Okay. Last one, the suegra drama. God
I'm
damn.
excited for this one
I'ma
because
stutter with
fuck.
this because homegirl, you
We did say we wanted the cheese man.
we did, but damn.
You want to read
I'm
it?
dyslexic. I can't read.
You want to read it or I read it?
I'm gonna let you read it because I've been stuttering all day.
Watch me be like,
Literally, I was like, I was like, hold up. What the heck?
having a stroke.
But I think it was because I didn't sleep because I was taking
Oh,
care of my nephew and stuff like
yeah.
that. So I was like,
Okay, that way. Okay.
dale.
Okay, here we go. There was a time I had a bad suegra. So I was dating this guy for almost 6 months already, and he was a mama's boy. Yeah, I know, right? Mama's boy is the first red flag, but I didn't see it.
My brother.
He told me he has a close relationship with his mom, but I never really knew how close that meant to him. There was this one time we had a fight, and that led us to breaking up. And just so you guys know a bit of background story, I was his second girlfriend. So with his first girlfriend, he didn't really know how to handle certain situations. So with me, you can say he tried to handle it as best as he could, but in a way that went into his favor. It made me look like the bad person.
So as going on with the story, I was saying we had a fight that led to us breaking up during the time. We kind of took time away from one another and we eventually decided to come back to one another. We talked things out and I don't know why the little voice in my head told me to ask him, "Did you ever told your mom about this situation that we had?" And I was praying to God he didn't, but he ended up telling me yes. So I asked him, "What did she say?" Oh my God. Yeah, what this boy told me afterwards left me in shock, and that's where I started feeling different towards her. He told me that his mom couldn't believe what had happened between us, but she especially didn't like how I decided to handle things and how I went on about the situation. So, what she meant about how I went on about the situation and how I decided to handle it was to give ourselves time
Apart.
apart and time to think because we were already having problemas previously. So I told him, hey, let's take some time apart and get our thoughts together. She automatically thought that I didn't love her son and I was just trying to find an excuse